Big story in Walt Disney World, the hours that Disney World first reopened with in the summertime. Well, they were already reduced to begin with, and then we covered a story recently where hours were reduced once more going into fall. That's not unusual. Typically going into fall, the hours are reduced for theme parks across the board because it's a time where less people tend to visit. However, it looks like extending things out towards November and even going towards the week of Thanksgiving. Not quite there yet, but just before the week of Thanksgiving. The Walt Disney World extended forecast for hours now shows that those shortened hours will remain. So reduced hours have been extended out through November the 21st. Those hours, of course, at this point, going into fall, have Magic Kingdom marked at 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., Epcot 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., Disney's Hollywood Studios from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And the November 22nd and onward hours have yet to be added. This is something that we've talked about before as one of those things where it's like, you want people to come back to Walt Disney World, you want people to come back to visit, and then you reduce the hours that are already reduced to begin with, and it's a harder sell point, I think, for a lot of folks to plunk down the same amount of money for less hours involved in a theme park. Tyler, is this something that you feel, especially going to Walt Disney World soon and going during the reduced hour window, this is something that definitely would diminish the experience to me because now I get even less time in a park. I'm shoved in there with everybody else, and I don't have the flexibility I would normally have with those extended park hours.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of bummed. It feels so short. We were looking at the times, me and Katrina the other day, and it was like, I think Epcot, it closes at 7, I think, and it's just like one of those things where it's like, wait, really? Like it's gonna feel very, very strange. And then what I'm most worried about is what are we gonna do, like when the parks close, because so many other things are closed too. I feel like
Can't go to Trader Sam's.
Yeah,
Right.
I can't go to Trader Sam's or anything. Like I don't know if Abracadabra is open or anything like that. So I am worried that, what are we going to do at night, really?
We get to sit in our room and enjoy the money that we paid for it this time.
Yeah, so
Really soak in the furniture.
I almost feel like I need like a spreadsheet of like, okay, what's open and what's closed, so that I can like make a plan on what we're going to do. But I'm definitely sad about that. But they must think it's a good idea. Obviously, they must not be getting, with their capacity that they've set for themselves. They just must. It just doesn't make sense for them to run the parks, I guess, that long.
And what seems odd to me attached to that is now they're slating a bunch of things to start reopening in the next month and a half that they didn't have operating before, and yet they're going to reduce hours across the board. What's that about? That seems like an odd, like take 2 steps forward to take 1 step back. Operationally, I mean,
Chapek.
they have to be making money, otherwise they wouldn't do it.
Right.
They wanted to remain profitable somehow, so I don't imagine that they're going into this blindly. But still, it seems very strange to me to reduce park hours and then open up more things.
Yeah. I mean, they're opening up a lot of these quick service things, so maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's like, okay, well, let's open up the quick service because that doesn't rely on, they don't have to pay as many people. They don't have to pay like servers and everything like that.
It's all mobile order.
So mobile order, like, so maybe it's that type of thing where it's easier for them to get these quick things going, rather than an actual bunch of restaurants and things. And, it is, like I said, it's a huge bummer because I don't know what we're gonna do. I've said it 3 times already, but I'm just, what are we gonna do? We're gonna have to leave Disney?
Talk to each other.
Ugh.
Ugh. But again, like when Tyler was making his park passes reservations, like for October, I decided to go back into my Disney Experience app to go look at our park passes, and then I did notice that they did change because we have reservations for November, and so during Thanksgiving week, and they had hours, and I thought it was just the time I was supposed to show up. So it for like Epcot, it was like 11 to 7, and I was like, oh, but Epcot opens at like 9. Why is it 11?
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe that's like they're trying to stagger people, and I just got the short end of the stick to come in at 11. And then I was like, oh man, this stinks.
Yeah.
11 to 7, and then it's just like earlier morning. So now it's just like they're kind of, is it Animal Kingdom's like 9 to 5?
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't wake up at 9 on a vacation.
Sure.
This is crazy. I usually get to the park around 10:30.
Yeah.
Well, that's why Epcot will
11.
be great for you.
I mean, yes.
11 a.m. start time.
For sure, but we
Right.
always stay until 9. But anyway, whatever.
Yeah, see, I feel like Epcot is that place too where you usually like it's the park where you usually eat dinner. Maybe,
Yeah, it's an evening park.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So, I
And
don't
so
know.
and I feel like a lot of people don't even eat until like 6:30 or 7 or something when they're on vacation like that. So
These park hours are going to extend to Thanksgiving because they have it on my app for
Oh, wow.
you know, for my
Yeah,
park passes
Sure.
that we have during Thanksgiving week. So maybe they'll try to fluctuate, but these were
That's
2
a
weeks,
surprise.
2 weeks ago when you were doing your park passes. I saw these, and then they finally announced these hours, so
Mm-hmm.
they already knew their hours before they really like announced it when we did the park passes. Anyway, so hopefully they'll extend by a couple hours or so for Thanksgiving weekend because you know how busy it's going to be.
Yeah, because typically
Like,
hours
look
will
at Labor Day
expand going
weekend.
into
Have you
that.
guys read the news? How crazy it is
Right.
right now? It's insane. I can't. Too many people. Too many bodies.
And we'll see what happens as people get more and more comfortable traveling, more and more comfortable flying. As we learned when it came to Labor Day weekend, I should say, more people were visiting Orlando than any other destination in the country. So that goes to show you that there are only a few things open in terms of travel destinations within the United States. Right behind Orlando was Las Vegas. So that goes to show you that people are going to the only places that are open right now because I think they're willing to try and learn how to safely live with this. So reduced hours coming your way all the way through November now at Walt Disney World.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.